that's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich.
Whole club selling out of the hitters doing steady. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my ratings. All I talk about it, that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich, the whole club. My crown way too white to be shooting in the eyes. I'm sleeping good at night, see the door don't got no locks. To be spiteful, she best friends with the ops. You need better styles. Standing on my money, dog. Please don't get involved. Ain't nobody running off. Rules to the basics. I can't be no son-in-law. I can't take the summer off. I make it look good and all, but this is no vacation. All the goons, they respect me and I know it. Watch your words and your tone, you not a poet. My advice, please don't try to be heroic.
Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Denver Broncos. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. At their own 26-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
To throw is Duggan. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, it's football 101, because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back, because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit, because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often.
Touchdown! Josh Oliver, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
Now a throw here to his running back. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Here's Duggan to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Broncos at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield, because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space, as they did right there.
This will be caught at about the 6. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. When you look at this Bronco defense, they find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems, because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10. Cousins. He gets it to Addison. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. 1st down. Here's Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Running from the shotgun with Madison. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. To throw is Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact caught the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Duggan. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The option to give to Williams here. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing. Duggan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pick up there, 20 yards.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in that base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Addison hauls it in. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball.
There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. 66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Here's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my boys. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Going to be caught here, left side, Moore. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He does have the first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Duggan now to throw. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. On play action, they'll throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
That's down the field for Jefferson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
On 3rd down, Cousins able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Throwing is Cousins. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. Duggan looking to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Duggan will look to throw this. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off play action. Dugan. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Same connection. Dulcich once again. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Let's go, baby! Keep it going. Take it to him.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll look to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Smith to return it. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Williams loses the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another 1st down. Here's Madison running on 1st down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. The tackle made there by Drew Sanders. Now a 2nd and 10. Going to run with Madison again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. This goes out wide from Madison. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Cam Akers, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Joseph now to have the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Here's Duggan to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Duggan. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
It's taken to the 26. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Off the play fake, Cousins rolling to his left. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. This one caught by Osborne, right side. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
Now back to throw. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Here's Madison running left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another carry now for Madison. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Flush to his right.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
The kick by Joseph is good, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must be a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit.
46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, offense. Keep pushing the ball down the field. Spread the ball around. Let's run.
Throwing, Duggan. That is caught, and he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And the Vikings are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Cousins throwing quickly out for Jefferson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a gain of 6. And it's
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Cousins. That pass taken in by Addison. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
a gain of 14. And the Vikings 1st down.
They'll go Madison up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. Joseph's got it. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Duggan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to have it here just past the 25.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Madison. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there.
And it's 3rd and short.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Duggan will look to throw this.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Mekhi Blackman's got it. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. Dances by him. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing here, Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson
with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Vikings have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter.
Joseph on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Vikings 34, Broncos 14. Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a
Southside